Hey, my name is Lucas.
And my name is Jacob.
The Bro Show Podcast. Woo-hoo. Hooray.
I am excited. We are excited. You are excited. I was doing the secret on you. I was saying you are excited, so then you get excited.
Oh,
and that's how
using
the,
the
works.
secret. They can't really call it
Yeah.
the secret anymore because everyone knows. But it's so cool to call it the secret because anything that's a secret is automatically cooler.
Yeah, one of the first times I ever heard about the secret was from a That's So Jack video. I remember he said something about he watched so there was a movie and a book, right?
Yeah.
He watched the movie on Netflix. And then I remember trying to watch it. I haven't read the movie or the book, by the way, but I remember trying to watch it for 5 minutes. I was like 14 probably. And I was like, okay, this is like too much. Like, I don't forgot, but I was like, this stuff that was like when you're reading a history book, how it kind of seems.
Yeah. Doesn't she make
everything's
it
so complicated?
Doesn't the author of The Secret make it seem like all of like the most famous people in history use The Secret? She's like, they all knew about it, and finally it's being uncovered. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, if it actually is a secret to some of you guys, we're talking about, positive thinking. So basically it's just positive thinking, but with a different spin and make it seem all scary and magical.
But then it even goes deeper because I remember seeing this Reddit post. I think these people were mad at it. I forgot what subreddit it was on. But people were saying, okay, I like The Secret and stuff, but then they were getting mad because I guess in the book or movie, they gave an example of someone who had cancer or something or some disease, and they said, yeah, it can even help that. And I guess those people on the Reddit were saying, I just don't think it goes that far.
I remember she even says in the book, this is one, because I did read the book in high school, one of the most memorable things from the book. First of all, it's all of like the most outrageous stuff, like, oh, people get thousands of dollars in the mail and all of that stuff. But she also said, oh yeah, like I used to struggle with like my weight and gaining weight, but she's like, now I honestly just eat anything I want, and I just think to myself that it's not going to make me fat, so I'm not fat. And I was like,
They
oh my
say
God.
that?
And then I remember she said you could fix your vision. She was like, she's like, we don't need glasses. This is all society. And I remember thinking, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to put my contacts every effing day. Can I just think? We should do an experiment.
This reminds me
Me and Jacob both wear contacts / glasses. I don't want to get LASIK surgery because I don't want someone cutting open my eyeball.
I don't think I'd ever get it.
And plus, glasses are kind of a cool aesthetic.
No joke. I honestly think if somehow I did do The Secret, like we're saying, and my eyes turn back to normal, I think some days I'd still wear glasses just because I like them.
Oh, yeah. But we should do an experiment where we both think every day, I don't need glasses. And then eventually, we won't need them.
Glasses or contacts.
Oh, this also kind of goes into it. Just a little promo for one of my videos from 2 years ago if you want to watch it. Testing the viral rice experiment.
Didn't it work on you?
I remember, you guys had to have heard of this. It was always viral. I feel like it still goes viral every now and then. I'm saying, oh, some scientist from another country did an experiment on rice, and you have 2 identical things of rice, same location, and for, I think it was 30 days or 2 weeks or something, every single day, multiple times, you cuss at one of them and say, I hate you, rice, you're a piece of shit, dumbass, idiot, you're so freaking ugly. And then the other rice, you say, oh my God, you're so beautiful, like, oh my God, you're flourishing, you're so healthy. And then apparently one of them doesn't get moldy and one of them does.
It worked for you, I'm pretty sure.
No, I mean, spoiler alert.
It didn't.
Still watched the video the whole way and gave me that watch time, but unfortunately, both of them grew mold.
I don't know why. With this experiment, I just want to believe it. Like,
I know, I was so excited.
There's another one, basically the same exact one as this, where they have 3 pots of plants, like flowers
the
or
flower
something.
version.
And then you say, I love you, I hate you, and then one you say nothing, and then boom.
I know, I was so excited, and I know I did it right, because I was fully with all my soul hating that other rice. I was like, you're disgusting, and then like the other one, I was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you know what I mean? And they both grew effing mold. So maybe that means I'm such a negative person that I just grow mold on everything.
Your
Great.
Energy? Well,
great. Thank you, rice experiment.
Basically, that experiment can go into so... Okay, I think that's why I believe it. Is because that experiment can go into so many other things. Like, if you're a positive person, you probably will have positive friends and or people around you. And then if you... Yeah.
But the whole point of it, now that I think about it, these experiments, like, why do we even need them? Because people always say like, oh, the viral rice experiment, the viral flour experiment. Like the whole point is to show like, if you tell everyone every single day that they're butt ass ugly and an idiot, they're going to be sad. It's like, no shit. Do we really need to make this fake rice thing to learn that?
Oh,
like obviously if you go to if there's two kids and one of them you say every single day, you're nothing, idiot. And the other one you say, you can do anything you want. Obviously, probably the one who you yell at all the time is going to be miserable. Duh.
Yeah, this is okay.
I'm not even a scientist.
I've thought about that before. Some of these ideas that people are saying nowadays, and they probably always said them, I've thought before that, okay, this is my philosophy about these. So these crazy ideas like The Secret and that one. But what my philosophy is that it's simple things that we all do, but then someone makes it into this crazier thing. For example, when I wake up,
magical.
Yeah, when I wake up in the morning for like 5 minutes, some days I just wake up and then I just sit in bed and just look at the ceiling, just like wake myself up. But if I wanted to, I think I could make it seem magical. Like say, if you wake up and don't do anything for 5 minutes, your mind is going to be cleared. You're going to go into that day like it's the best day of your life, which probably might be true, but you can just make it seem outlandish.
Oh, yeah, that should be you should write that self-help book.
So
the morning,
do you know what I mean though?
Yeah, the morning ceiling stare. And be like, it literally transformed my life. Like
no, but not that. But do you get what I mean? How some of these theories are like, are people exaggerating things that everyone does?
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Okay,
oh
that's
my God, bro of the week time.
Oh,
bro of the week time. Alec, look at him. He sent us a photo of him and his dog. They're in front of a door, and
it kind of looks like our dog that is dead now, but our old dog that the family had, Diego, in a way.
But it has pointy ears.
Diego was a little bit. Oh yeah.
Oh, but it does kind of look like
in a way.
But thank you so much, Alec. I love how he featured his dog as well. He didn't just take the spotlight for just him. He was like, you know what? I'll give my dog some shine.
I know. I love people that are down to not spread their attention, not only have it on themselves.
He's a long-term Lucas and Jacob Patreon supporter. He's on the top VIP
Wait, he's
tier.
long-term, like 4 months or something like that?
Oh, yeah. I went back on the list and was like, found the first people, and I was like, these are the people who need to be bro of the week.
Oh my gosh, thanks for being a Patreon. If you want to join, it's lucasjacob.com.
Yes, it's lucasjacob.com, and we do a raffle to see who the bro of the week is, even though I just said I went through the list, but we do a raffle. It is still a raffle, because I just like click something, you know?
Yeah, and then
you could be bro of the week, and thank you guys for supporting the Patreon.
Yeah, thank you a lot. So much, Alec, and everyone else.
Lucas Jacob. Is it lucasandjacob.com? Yes. It's not lucasjacob.com. It's lucasandjacob.com. And then you'll go to the Patreon.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
I think it's the other way.
No, it's Lucas and Jacob.
Say Lucas Jacob.
I have my laptop literally right in front of me.
I do too.
Lucas. Oh, it's Lucas and Jacob.
Okay, yeah, Lucas and Jacob. You got it right.
I wanted to take a moment on the podcast to just let everyone know if they have any funny TikTok accounts that I should make a video on, please let me know.
Oh, okay. So funny. They're funny.
Yeah, that's just like a flyer to put on there. Oh, no, not like their account, but like I watch these videos on TikTok and they're so funny. Like I just want to explore some weird side of TikTok. Like there was a TikTok video. There was a video on TikTok about like these siblings. Did you hear about these like siblings? They're like step siblings, but they're dating or something.
No.
So someone made a video just being like, what the hell is this? And then there's like people who do like really obnoxious pranks, like literally like going into Costco and just like ramming people with carts. And like, I'm saying this content isn't good, but I want to watch it on my channel, you know?
It sounds like something that I joke about, saying, oh my gosh, this be such a funny YouTube video if we went to Walmart and just hit people on the head. Like, I'm never going to do that, but the idea of someone doing that is
any of
ridiculous.
you guys are aware of any of these weird-ass sides of TikTok that are horrible and scary and would be entertaining to react to, let me know.
It's so funny because I went on TikTok the other day, and I don't go on as much as I used to, but whenever I go on TikTok, I guarantee in my first 5 that I see, one of them is a middle-aged woman, woman, saying something so funny. Like, okay,
really?
So this is what it always is. It's always this person, this middle-aged, in a parking lot or something, and she's saying something that like Britney Spears would say, but it's funny. It's just so funny. Like that's always in my For You page.
Like, what do you mean? Like what Britney Spears would say?
What I mean by that, so it'd be okay. They'd be in like the bathroom or a parking lot or something, saying like, if you wake up looking pretty, saying like I always looked pretty. There's never been a time where I didn't look pretty.
Oh.
And it just is, it's funny. I love those videos.
Oh my! I want to do a whole video on the middle-aged women of TikTok because
That'd be
they
funny.
need more appreciation.
Yeah.
I already did feature one of them in one of my TikTok videos. It was a girl who was all sexual on a bed, and she was in her 40s or 50s, and I loved it. And I'm pretty sure she tweeted me. I'm pretty sure.
Are you joking?
She said thank you for featuring me.
Does she have an OnlyFans?
Yeah, I think she might. I thought it was just a joke at first. I was like, oh, just someone. I thought it was just you know what I mean. But then she wrote and she was like, oh yeah, people. I think she was saying she has an OnlyFans, which I mean, people of all ages have OnlyFans. Do you think?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The oldest person to have an OnlyFans.
I just thought of a video idea. The oldest person on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I'm guessing
there has to be a 90-year-old.
My guess is 76.
Yeah, I kind of actually feel like maybe there isn't even a 70-year-old, but someone's making the account right now.
Oh yeah, I'm guessing there is someone dressed up that's 40. They don't even look old, but they dress up as a granny every day.
Oh my god. If I was the oldest person on earth, or even if I was past the age of 95, I feel like I would make an OnlyFans. Because I'd be okay, at this point, I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. Most of my family has passed, and I might as well be a porn star. You know what I mean? That would be my vibe at 95. There's no way you care about what anyone thinks at that age.
I don't know why, but it sounds so funny to make an OnlyFans and okay, you're 90 and stuff. People subscribe, but it's not even porn. That sounds so annoying to me. It sounds so funny though.
Wait, what do you mean?
People have already done it though. So make it seem yeah, I have an OnlyFans. You can see exclusive photos of me. It kind of make it seem sexual, and then you go there and every day just as a selfie of you
Oh, that was kind of I subscribed to one of the housewives, Real Housewives OnlyFans, and it was just cooking videos.
Oh yeah, I love that idea because it's twisting the whole OnlyFans.
Yeah, I mean, aesthetic. I guess it doesn't have to be for adult content because when they DM'd me, they said you could do anything. They didn't even mention adult content.
And didn't they say they've made 10 people millionaires?
And on me bragging they DM'd me. They really want me on OnlyFans. You can't literally probably just DM every single influencer under the sun. But they did say
they didn't DM me.
They didn't. Oh, maybe they think. Maybe they're just
I'm guessing verified people.
That's
my excuse. That's my excuse.
But they didn't mention anything about it being adult oriented. They sort of just made it sound like Patreon. They're oh yeah, exclusive content. They didn't mention anything about being 18 plus content. But because I don't think it has to be that. I think it started out just being Patreon.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember watching Trisha Paytas, and she said that the reason why she switched from Patreon to OnlyFans was because she wanted to do adult content, but Patreon wouldn't allow it.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it just is Patreon, but if you want to, you can do porn.
But they did their pitch as do you want to join the millionaires, people we've made millionaires?
Oh.
Which I mean, I just don't. That is crazy that people are making that much money from OnlyFans.
Yeah, I wonder if this would be happening if Netflix was never a thing. I wonder if Alice would be happening because it's a subscription service,
Yeah.
I wonder if Netflix never happened, where we would be.
Or do you think if the quarantine wasn't a thing? Did that just make everyone think oh yeah, the world's ending, might as well show my boobs?
I feel like it for sure had an impact.
Yeah, because it was just who cares, But now it's the world isn't ending, and they're oh, I'm still making so much money, so might as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, did you hear that Joe Exotic is in a feud with Donald Trump?
Oh, is it because Donald Trump didn't pardon him?
Yeah, they're in a huge fight. They're making drama videos back and forth. I wish.
Oh my gosh,
it's not that, but I wish it got to the point where they would it'd be if when YouTubers get in fights and they make all these response videos to each other. I wish it was that sort of energy, but yeah, Joe Exotic is really mad, and he's saying that the reason why Trump didn't pardon him, because I guess Joe Exotic for some reason thought Trump was going to pardon him. I didn't know that was a thing.
I don't even know any of the backstory if they actually have talked or anything, but I just understand it just because Joe Exotic seems kind of crazy, and Donald Trump is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's the same energy.
Yeah, and before you say anything, when I heard about this, I am mad at Donald Trump because I just don't get what. Okay, I don't even really know why he went to prison except for killing someone's husband or something. But
except for acting like it's nothing.
Yeah, no. But all I'm saying is that it just seems Like, I'm just saying that, like, if I had the power, well, it just seems like might as well. Is
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
I feel like it was sort of just like if any celebrity talked to Donald Trump, he would pardon them because like nobody wants to support him. So the ones that did, but I don't even know if Joe Exotic did. But anyway,
is Joe Exotic in prison for like accused of murder or something else?
I'm pretty sure he hired someone to kill Carol Baskin.
Oh, so it was attempted murder or something like that.
Hiring someone to murder, like hitman
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, I mean, like, obviously,
but
like, when you get down to that scale.
Yeah, obviously that's horrible, but I do kind of feel bad for him. Just kidding, I don't feel bad for him, but he had a limo outside of the prison. He had this whole red carpet lined out. There were helicopters flying above because everyone was ready for him to walk out of the prison, strut in cowboy boots. I was watching Wendy Williams, and she claimed he had a glam squad ready. But I don't know if she just made that up because he's gay.
How would you do
but
that?
But apparently, I know he had a limo, but I don't know if there was a glam squad in there because, when you come out of prison, like, he's going to need some fixing before he does all the photos.
I just wish that would have happened because I'm just picturing him walking out, glam squad. He's wearing that pink leopard top.
Yeah.
And in the background, it's like some Megan Thee Stallion song, and it's like, don't stop, pop that cat.
Yada, 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 yada,
And then right when he gets
yada.
out, those like, because I watched a few other episodes and like he had like 2 boyfriends.
Oh,
I don't know if they liked him or not, but those 2 boyfriends come out.
You weren't
It's
they like 2
Body Crazy
guys
Colby.
who were straight, but like they were addicted to meth and he gave them meth or something?
Yeah, but also like kind of something they want. Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
were straight though, but yeah.
It was like gay for meth, but mostly straight. If I watched the documentary right. But anyway, he had a limo out. He was ready to dance to Megan Thee Stallion, big titties, little waist. But he's pissed, and I don't know who he told this. He gave a quote to someone. I was too innocent and too gay to deserve a pardon from Trump. He's blaming it on the gayness. Trump, I mean, did you really think Trump isn't like all for gays? Like, did he really think that?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't know why, but I believe Joe Exotic. Like, I feel like the reason why, I feel like it was in Trump's mind. But then I feel like he thought, like, I don't want to be gay, though.
Then he felt embarrassed in front of Mike Pence or something.
Yeah, he was like, I don't want to be gay, though.
Yeah. So
That's what I feel like what happened.
He was like, oh, he is funny. I feel like if it was back in, like, April, he would have, when Joe Exotic was really popping. But now that it's kind of, like, faded a bit, everyone's watched the show.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, like...
Wait, so when Trump was president, how easy was it to get pardoned? Like, okay, so for example, if this, like, YouTuber with, like, 5 million subscribers went to prison for, like tax evasion or something, like I wonder like if they could somehow get on Trump's good side. Like, is it that easy? Because
I don't know.
For some reason it seemed like
I feel like for
easy.
most presidents that wouldn't be, but
for Donald Trump it's an exception because I feel like he just loves fame.
But he said I only mattered to Donald Jr. I guess he communicated with Donald Trump Jr. when he needed to make a comment about me to boost his social media. Boy, were we all stupid to believe he actually stood for equal justice? His corrupt friends all come first. So basically, he's accusing Trump and his family of using him for clout. Which, like,
I believe it.
I know, because back in the day when Tiger King was popping, everyone was doing these funny tweets about it, and they wanted a little boost. They wanted those retweets and likes. So they mentioned Joe Exotic and then leave him hanging when he has the limo and glam squad outside the prison.
I know. I'm just picturing when Tiger King is popping, they asked Joe Exotic, can you just do a quick little 10-second video for our Twitter saying, oh, we love the gays and stuff. Posted it. And you ain't even gonna free him from prison?
I know. He had all of the sparkly vests lined up. All of the bedazzled jeans. The meth boyfriends were ready, and it all was for nothing. Like, I feel for him. What if he is innocent? Because didn't everyone think he was innocent? But then again, I'm pretty.
Cardi B.
I know Cardi B. They don't. I think the thing is, like, he was literally caught attempting to hire someone to murder Carol Baskin. But I think people have been like, Carol Baskin's bad, so he should get out. But it's like, what if she is innocent though? You know what I mean?
Also, like, isn't it this whole thing where for some reason, specifically with Tiger King, it feels like it just is all fake and it's an acted out show.
I know. I was reading an article about it.
Real.
I was reading an article trying to figure out what Joe Exotic actually did, and someone who like really researched the whole case was saying like, yeah, it's turned into like a meme when like people forget that like this is real life. You know what I mean? Like people,
it just feels like it's fake.
On it like it's a fake Netflix show. Well, imagine being Carol Baskin. Imagine it's all what she says is true. She didn't kill her husband. He's missing. She's so sad she lost her husband. All she cares about is tigers. And then someone tries to kill her and everyone takes his side on social media just because he wears a glitter vest. Like, I would be pissed.
But then you also shouldn't be pissed because you're mentioned in a Megan Thee Stallion song. Wait,
is she?
Body, the song that was like
Oh,
Body Crazy
yeah.
Kobe, it says something like, all these bitches scary, so I call them Carol Baskins.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah. I thought you were talking about the TikTok one, like Carol Baskin. Killed her husband, whacked him.
I mean, when I watched the documentary, like the little bit I did watch, like it made it seem like his family, the husband's family, were kind of sus about her.
I know, yeah, I do. But all I'm
yeah,
saying is, what if like they tried to find evidence, they couldn't find anything? What if she really just lost a husband sadly and tragically, and like everyone's just against her for some reason?
Yeah.
But no one will ever know.
I just wish during this whole entire COVID quarantine thing, there was always something like that. I feel like in March and April, it was like, oh, it's so much fun. But then nothing else happened. Like, obviously shit happened. But I mean, like, it felt like there was like, everyone was like, oh my gosh, like Tiger King. But then after that, I was kind of just like, okay.
It's like, why can't we all just make memes about another attempted murder?
Yeah. Something that I want to talk about. So this probably isn't like worldwide news, but I want to talk about it because I saw it on Twitter and I think it needs to be mentioned.
Okay.
So DJ Khaled and Fat Joe have a joint OnlyFans account.
I saw this.
When I saw this, I don't know if anyone else thought it was crazy, but I was like, what? Like, what?
When I heard about Fat Joe, I was like, oh, I have no opinion, neutral. But DJ Khaled, I automatically was mad. I was like, F you. Like, you don't even eat out your wife.
Yeah, and like,
I'll always hate him for that.
And if you don't know, like, I'm not even trying to be mean, but if you don't know a song Fat Joe sings, it's the one that goes like, I'm all the way up. No one can stop me.
I'm all the way up.
And then if you want to know a DJ Khaled song, he just does songs with Justin Bieber, right?
Yeah,
I'm joking. I know. Why am I saying
Khaled.
right? Yeah.
But he did publicly say that he thought it was gross to eat out his wife. But he expects his wife to give him blowjobs. So I'll always hate him for that.
Yeah. I remember me saying on the podcast, like, I was so mad.
Like, his wife is probably must be okay with it. Hopefully. And it doesn't affect me at all because I'm not a part of their sex life. But it does affect me emotionally.
Yeah, it does annoy me. Like, obviously, everyone can have their own preferences, but it does annoy me.
You know how, like...
I don't really... Maybe I should go to therapy about it, but
I know. I think I need to talk to someone about it and just realize, like, why is this triggering me? You know what I mean? First of all, I'm not a female. Second of all, I'm not married to him. Third of all, I'm not attracted to him. So why do I care that he doesn't want to eat out a girl? But I deeply care.
Yeah, because I remember when this came out, I didn't see what, because all these people said, oh my gosh, but before I even saw that, I remember deep down, I was like, earthquake, like it was like the plates were moving, and then I was like, you
had like a bad feeling about him.
Yeah, I was like, what? Like the earthquake erupted, and I was like, what?
And it would be one thing if he was like, listen, like, I'm not a sexual person, like, whatever. Then I'd be like, oh yeah, do whatever you want. But it was the whole like, oh yeah, I expect her to do it to me though. But I don't even know. Did he even say that? Did I add that?
Honestly,
I might have added it, and this is all alleged, but I'm gonna stick with my opinion.
And let's be honest, I feel like since then, like, he changed.
Like, now what? What do you mean?
He eats whole.
Do you think he probably, since he got so much hate online?
I feel like he does.
I bet you he tried it and was like, hey, I might as well keep doing this. And she was like, yeah. But we'll never know. But except we might know. Subscribe to his OnlyFans and figure out what's going on.
Oh, okay, but I feel like it's one of those cases where you'd subscribe and it just is girls that they pay to be naked on it. It's not even them naked. Like, not that I want to see Fat Joe DJ Khaled naked, but I'm just saying, like, you're just making an OnlyFans and profiting off these girls that you're hanging out with. That's what I feel like what's happening.
I wonder if that is what it is.
Because isn't that what Tyga did?
Yeah.
It's kind of just like, I'm in Florida and, like, I have, like, 20 girls by me on this yacht. So, like, I'm not going to pay them for it because I already paid them to be on this yacht. But, like, I'm going to take photos and put it on my OnlyFans and make, like, thousands off of it.
Oh, maybe that is what
That's
it is.
what I got the vibe of. This is all alleged, but that's what I just was guessing was happening.
Or I feel like it's just going to be, like, selfies and, like, maybe song snippets. And it's like, of upcoming songs. You know, where, like, him in the studio, it's like, oh, I don't want to see it. I mean, I don't want to see any of it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, in other news, celebrities are cannibals now.
Oh, I always thought that.
Yeah, did you hear about this Army Hammer?
Oh, didn't he say you wanted to, like, his last girlfriend or
He's
something?
the guy in Call Me By Your Name. So already I, like, wasn't sure about him because in that movie he's a jackass.
Oh, yeah, he is.
And he's just so people always say about that movie, like, it's such a beautiful love story, but I'm like, he just was a dick in it.
Yeah, like, I like the movie, but there was times, like, where I was like, Wait, like, why isn't he being like straightforward?
I don't know. He's like a sociopath or something. Because wasn't the movie, spoiler alert, but it's like him getting a Timothy Chalamet. But then like, remember they go on a date and then he dances with a girl to like make Timothy jealous. And sometimes it's like, boo, like what is wrong with you? And then eventually Timothy gets over it. But then doesn't he like call him 2 years later and be like, hey, I still like you or something? But it's like, boo, like what?
Wait, so isn't that at the end of the movie? Okay, I'm sorry that was spoiling it, but didn't that guy when he went back to where he lived? I'm talking about Armie Hammer's character. Didn't he marry a girl?
Yeah, then he like called him though, remember? And then Timothy Chalamet like cries in front of the fireplace for like a good 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then the movie ends.
Yeah. And for some reason there's going to be a sequel. It's
Wait.
like what's going to happen? You're just going to continue to lead Timothy on?
Wait, so if there isn't a sequel, like what? I obviously thought about this when I was watching it, but so he was just being gay for fun that summer, or is he just bi?
That's what I don't know.
I have so many questions. Like I obviously thought this when I watched it, but I'm thinking about it again.
I just feel like it was just like, oh yeah, like he was just experimenting and just didn't give a shit. And then just like ate a peach that Timothy effed, but like that was about the end of it.
Can you imagine? You're just like, I always wanted to eat a peach that someone else. and he wasn't even gay though.
But this is actually serious, real life Armie Hammer. Someone came forward, this is all alleged. And
somebody's saying, because when either of us say this is all alleged, like it has the energy of like someone's ready to sue us. Bitch.
But who knows, he might. But she leaked alleged DMs, and apparently she said that he said he wanted to cut off one of her toes so he could keep it in his pocket. So he always had a little bit of her like around, you know?
That's creepy. Like I don't think I heard this part when I read about it, but something like eating her or something.
Like, you know, some people are like, oh, let me like take a photo of you with me to war. Like in, you know, the 1950s, you like take a photo of your girlfriend to war and like look at it every now and then and be like, oh, Sarah back in New Orleans or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But he literally wanted a toe. And but he says it's bullshit. He says it's all lies. But J-Lo did fire him from the movie that they were going to be in.
Wait, okay. I'm confused. Is this article that you're reading? Because the one that I saw said that he left the movie. Like,
I made up that J-Lo fired him, but I'm assuming, you know what I mean? He didn't leave the movie. Obviously, J-Lo fired him.
Oh, I honestly thought he was just like, this is getting out of hand. Like, I need to be with my kids.
Oh, he's gonna say, I guess I won't make $500,000. It's like, true. Obviously, J-Lo was like, get him out. Like, I don't want him to steal my toe or whatever. But his ex even came forward and allegedly she said he wanted me to break my rib and barbecue it and
That's
eat it.
The one that I read.
And he also said he wanted to eat her, and whenever she had a cut on her hand, he would allegedly like lick it.
This sounds so hypocritical of us.
But she says that's about as weird as it got. Was he would lick blood off her cut on her hand.
Oh yeah,
What about hypocritical?
I'm not talking about hypocritical because he just said, DJ Kai, if you don't. That's eating your wife out. That's so bad. But then
this guy literally eats someone, and we say it's too far.
I know. It's like, okay. I'll just say what I think is like probably like okay to me at least. I mean, like I think if you want to lick the blood and they're both okay with it, I honestly don't really find a problem with that. But obviously, if you want to eat someone's rib or breaks or have someone's toe, I do find it like, wait, what?
Yeah.
But with the eating blood thing, I guess it's just like, if you want to.
But I did read an article on GQ because they wrote about this thing because obviously so many people are wondering like, wait, are cannibalism fetishes like common? So
I know.
That was the article of it. And there's a doctor who specializes in sexual fetishes. And they said cannibal fetishes aren't very common. But they said of people who have them, it's most of the time like they don't actually want to harm anyone. Like it's just like, you know, like BD 50 Shades of Grey type stuff where it's like they just want to like do something where both people are consenting and they pretend to be cannibals. It's all just for fun and games.
Oh, so it just is like a thought, but they don't actually act on it.
Yeah, and they also said that through their research, it showed that most people find out they're into fantasy cannibalism when they're 8 to 13. So I've way past that. So I guess I'm not a cannibal person.
Oh yeah, the only closest thing I have to cannibalism is that I remember, I don't know why, but sometime when I was little, I thought it was so cool that when I was bleeding, I drink not drink because it was only a little bit, but like I cut my finger, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, like this isn't me exposing that I'm into cannibalism. This is me saying like, oh, it was just something weird niche I had when I was little. Like I remember cutting my finger.
Niche.
Oh, I remember cutting my finger and being like, oh my gosh, because like it sounded edgy, and I think it was because one
I
of
drank my own blood.
Yeah, because I think it was because one of our cousins was visiting, and they said, "Have you tasted your own blood?" And I was like, "No." So then
Like-
I know since then I was
But
like,
I've definitely
"Oh my
done that if I
gosh."
have a cut. Like, isn't that a thing? Like, even in the movies, like if someone cuts their hand up, they go like, and like put their
Yeah,
mouth on it.
that's not
it's
like-
to like stop the blood though.
Oh yeah, but then I also wanted to taste it. It's not like
And then also, even today, like I bite my nails and like sometimes there's like little crusty skin by your fingers that's kind of hanging off, and you just bite it.
Oh, that's my other cannibalism trait. Is that I actually kind of find it fun, like eating skin. No, not skin. Like okay, I'm just trying to make it edgy. What I actually mean is just like what you said. Like,
Yeah, the
if
little
there's some dead
crusties.
skin on my finger, like I just have an urge to eat it, so I'm gonna eat it.
It's I don't actually. Oh, I see like this little tiny thing hanging right here. You
People
just
are
eat it.
so grossed out right now.
But sometimes you can take it too far and like bite and it's like you didn't say, oh, like it's not ready to come off yet.
Wait, you take it that far?
No, I said you can, but like most of the time it's just dead skin. But like I don't find it
Oh.
like sexual or anything.
Okay, so with this Army Hammer thing, so my opinions are is that I do believe it, and I just feel like, so it seems like the people that he was with didn't like it. So I just think,
Yeah, that's
I
the
think-
whole thing.
yeah, like why are you doing it if it's like, I'm assuming no one's gonna want to take out their whip, but if you're into that stuff, you should find someone that's down to joke about it. I'm assuming it's never gonna
down
happen.
to do
but-
the fun and games cannibal game, And you
Yeah.
have safe words and the whole thing. But this BDSM expert in the GQ article said that she's really upset with it and how like the public's perceiving it because she was just saying that like, oh yeah, he isn't following like the consent things that most people would follow. But he said like most people like within like this community of like cannibalism and stuff, like we like use consent. So
Oh yeah, that's what I think. Like, yeah, if you're into this stuff, then just find someone that's into it.
yeah,
Find
either
someone
way.
that's down to take out their rib and you can eat it like a rib out of a pig.
Yeah, and also in the article, it
Yeah.
said how it can get really complicated because I guess there was a case where a guy would write online about these things, how he wanted to eat girls, find them, kidnap them, eat them. And people were like, okay, prison. But then he ended up getting out of it because he said it was just fantasies that he was expressing in like a fictional way.
Wait, he would write about this online?
Yeah, so people got creeped out and they're like, okay, lock him up in a kennel.
But then he just said it was just like
But
a
he
fake-
got away with it because he said it was fantasy.
Oh.
Yeah, so it is
I
a
wonder-
very...
I feel like this is a really small amount of people.
Yeah, they said it's not common.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just like feel bad for those people that he was with.
Yeah.
Like, the movie's not happening anymore, obviously, right?
What one?
The movie with J-Lo.
Oh no, I think she just recasted him with like I don't know, some other guy.
So is Call Me by Your Name 2 happening? I've seen people say
I think
is.
so, but like we said, what would even happen? Because like,
What I'm assuming, he just break up with his wife, and then I feel like there's only gonna be 2 movies, and at the end of the second movie, he'll be like, "Oh, I love you, Timothy." Oh, what's his? I don't know if that's his name in the movie. And then they like won't marry, but like kind of marry.
I actually feel like it would be annoying because like, isn't the whole thing? It's supposed to be like back a few decades ago, and like it was really taboo to be gay. So I feel like it would be a thing where like Armie Hammer would like be with his wife and like visit Timothy, and like they'd pretend to be friends and like rekindle the whole romance, and he'd cheat on his wife. And then I bet you at the end of the movie he would not get with Timothy. He'd be like, "Sorry, like I want to have kids and like." I just don't want to live this weird life where we have to hide in like a shelter, like hide underground. Like, sorry. And then Timothy would just cry by a fireplace again for probably longer than 2 minutes.
Yeah, because I guess I was just thinking, oh, it's always gonna be a happy ending. But when I watched Brokeback Mountain, it was like the same ending. Like it was something like, I forgot. I watched it a few months ago, but like one of the guys, they just didn't end up together. So then it's kind of just like, I guess that's what happened. But like
Oh, yeah.
it'd be kind of cool if they were together. But you know,
I guess
They
that's
won't.
probably how a lot of the stories went back in like the 80s and 70s.
yeah,
I mean, maybe they didn't though, but I don't know.
I'm assuming.
When is Brokeback Mountain supposed to be?
I think it was just like the 90s or 80s.
Oh.
So they just like were both married to people, and then on the weekends they'd hang out most sometimes.
Were they like cowboys though?
Oh yeah, so it started out another fucking movie spoiler. Like, well, they were
I mean,
like,
these movies came out so long ago. Brokeback Mountain
yeah.
came out like over 10 years
I know.
ago.
But like they were like cowboys on this thing in the woods, and they had to like eat beans every day, and they had to get cows and sheep and stuff.
All they ate was beans.
Yeah, most of the time.
Wait, that was like a part of the movie? Just like bean life.
Oh yeah. No, I think it was because it was cheap.
Oh, I'm gonna find out. Like, did cowboys only eat beans?
I'm no, because they were living on this thing in the
Oh
woods.
my God! You're right. It said cowboy lifestyle. Along the trail, the cowboy diet consisted of beans, biscuits, dried meat, dried fruit, and coffee.
Yeah,
Do they have coffee?
I forgot, but yeah, because they didn't have a fridge or anything.
Oh yeah,
So
so
they
just going
had to
on
eat
a.
beans.
What's the point of cowboys? Not to seem dumb, but I guess to seem fully dumb. What was the point of cowboys?
In this movie, they were like hoarding sheep and stuff.
They just like go around the country and bring sheep around, or what?
They were hoarding sheep, and then maybe just to make them migrate towards places so they can hold them captive.
I mean, I remember learning about it, cowboys in school, but cowboys played an important role in the settling of the West. Ranching was a big industry, and cowboys helped to run the ranches. They herded cattle, repaired fences and buildings. Oh, okay. So what's the traveling for? Or they weren't traveling. Were they in one spot?
Oh yeah, in this movie they just were in one spot.
Oh, okay.
It was a good movie though. Give it a watch, everyone. Last episode we talked about why younger people are getting vasectomies because I randomly thought about it.
Yeah, if you don't know what that technical term is, it's getting their balls chopped off.
Otherwise known as snipped.
Yeah, they snip them because they're still in like the sack, but they snip some sort of cord and it makes it so they can't get people pregnant anymore.
Yeah, so we remember seeing that younger people are getting vasectomies more than usual.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's like more for straight people because they actually have to worry about getting people pregnant, you know?
Oh yeah.
And then when I was looking it up today, it answered the question that I was always wondering. I mentioned it last episode. If I went to the hospital or the wherever you get a vasectomy and I asked, can I get a vasectomy at 19 years old, what would happen? So then when I just searched why are younger people getting vasectomies, this popped up on Google. So they just know me so well. It said this. This was by the San Diego Vasectomy Center. I didn't know they had a whole center for it.
Oh my God, it's a whole center where all they do is just, spread them snip. Okay. Factory.
Yeah. They said the vast majority of men who get vasectomies tend to be older in age. Even though men can legally get a vasectomy when they turn 18, many doctors are hesitant to perform such a permanent procedure on someone younger than 30. Some vasectomy specialists will even turn patients down. So basically, the answer is, if you were going to get a vasectomy when you're probably younger than 30, most of the time they would like either talk you through it or not do it.
I feel like you'd have to go to like multiple ball cutter people until you find one that would be okay to do it. Because I feel like the first time you're like, oh hell no, and then like you have to find like kind of like a sketchy one. You know?
I feel like for the most part if you wanted to get it done on a normal place, you'd have to wait till you're 35 or something.
Oh God, imagine if there's like a world in like 150 years, the world is so overpopulated because you know what I mean? It's already overpopulated. There's so many people, you know?
Yeah.
And they need to cut down on population. So like all the countries come together and say like, okay, how about we just, when like people are born, like you just, like 60% of everyone has to get a vasectomy. And then it would just be like it'd be like a raffle.
Oh, the only reason I wouldn't want that to ever happen, is just because when I picture getting a vasectomy, I picture like something bad would happen, like they accidentally cut your penis or something.
And also, it would become very corrupt. You know, like they would like the rich, like elite people would make sure like they don't have to do it, but then like they would just.
I'd rather just promise like I'm not gonna have a kid. I promise.
Yeah. That's a good young adult book idea. You know, like how they're always about like futuristic societies.
Oh, everyone has to get a vasectomy.
Oh my God, I should write that.
Another thing that I found was on Reddit, just on the Ask Reddit subreddit, someone asked, men who had vasectomies at a young age, what do you think of your decision now? And then full contact, this person's in their mid-20s, and they're curious about getting a vasectomy.
And they asked for other young people's opinions?
Yeah, people that got vasectomies when they were young. So I already read this earlier, but I'll read a few of them.
I want to know.
Yeah, most of the people were positive about it, by the way. Kind of interesting. First reply, 26 then, 42 now, never thought it was a bad decision. This person, that one's too long, so I don't want to read it. I was 25 when I got mine, no regrets, over 55 now. 22 then, 33 now, 10 out of 10. Would vasect again? I don't know. Yeah, so those are like the first 5 replies.
I wonder why.
It's interesting that those people were fine with it.
Yeah, because like I wonder what their reasoning was. Was it because like they were just like, oh, I just want to sleep with a lot of people, not worry about it? Because you could always just use protection.
Oh yeah, so then I also had this blog or whatever. I don't have it up, but it was basically about this guy who got a vasectomy in his 20s, and it was just because he was dating someone, and like when they would have sex, like he would always be worried, like, oh, what if I get her pregnant? And then he decided to get a vasectomy, but I think that they broke up because of this. But one day he saw her throwing out her birth control. So then he was like, oh my gosh, like what if my fear actually comes true? So he got a vasectomy. So I'm assuming, just like you said, most of them are because they just don't want to have a kid. Like they don't want to get.
I wonder if it's
pregnant.
There's no way to like switch it though, or did they say
there
like
a way to switch it?
I don't think. I think for the female version there is a way.
And then it also said in the San Diego thing that it's permanent. So.
Oh
Yeah.
dang! I wonder if they like recommend you to freeze some sperm before in case you do want to have a kid.
Oh, I didn't actually think about that. Yeah, I guess maybe some people do. I just thought this topic was interesting because I just was joking about it, but I just didn't know like actually what is a thing.
And there is a community,
Yeah,
the vasectors.
I know, the vasectos of the world. I want to also talk about old apps, and we have to say if we use them or not.
Oh, like what? Like Temple Run?
Oh no, old social media.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so old social media, like, because you know there was always those apps, not really anymore that I can think of, but those apps that they tried it honestly did do kind of good, but if someone mentions it now, they have to kind of talk about it for you to think about, oh, I've seen that before.
I know it also seemed like there was a point in time where you could create a new social network and you might get a lot of people to try it. But nowadays it feels like there has to, like, for people to create a new account on a new platform, I feel like you need like a lot of clout behind you.
Yeah, because it felt like it was easier back then.
I know, like, how would you ever just start one now? Like TikTok, obviously, but even that like went through Musical.ly and they got all the young people on board, so then like all ages ended up getting it, you know?
Yeah. The first one is Google Plus. Remember this?
Oh, I remember, and they said like they were trying to be like Facebook or something, right?
Yeah, so I basically found this Wikipedia page where they have a timeline of social media of every single social media created, and like I just wrote down a bunch of them. But Google Plus.
When was it? Does it say?
Let me hurry and pull up this page. But yeah, I think Google Plus is I remember it was like, oh, you just post on your YouTube account, but it's like a separate thing.
Yeah,
and
is it just done now? Because I remember that used to be a thing where like everyone.
Oh yeah, it shut down. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because everyone who had a YouTube channel, you'd also have this other weird like Google Plus page. But I was like, wait, what is this? And then you could do Google Hangouts, which that's still a thing.
Oh yeah, it was made in 2011.
And that's crazy. Like Google, like how I guess they already made literally YouTube. But I was gonna say, how they made a social network where they literally made YouTube. But they tried to make like their own version of Facebook. But
for some reason, when people mention social media, I don't fit YouTube in that box.
I guess it technically is, right?
Yeah, because I just view it as like Netflix. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Another one that I actually did use, Keek, the video sharing and social media service.
Oh yeah, what was Keek?
I'm pretty sure Kylie Jenner was on it, by the way, guys. Like,
wasn't it like a texting thing for like people who don't have phones or something?
Oh, you're thinking about Kik. That's Kik. Well, you could just make an account and text people, but Keek is, well, I'm pretty sure it was like anywhere around a minute, and you would just post a video.
Oh, wait, it was basically TikTok before TikTok?
For some reason it wasn't, but I guess it was. But I remember Kylie Jenner being on it.
Oh my god, it does. Keek definitely rings a bell, but I feel like I never once made an account. I never went on it.
Did you ever?
Did you
use it? Yeah, I actually made an account. I don't know
how you post any videos. We have to watch that.
I might have, like this. Do you get any luck in there?
I've heard of Keek, but then I've just never been on it.
Oh yeah, Kylie Jenner had an account too.
Oh wait, is this in the same category as Dub Smash?
Oh, except I feel like Dub Smash was like a different era of time.
Isn't it crazy that Dub Smash was literally TikTok, but just not as like, they obviously didn't have as good of a platform. It was literally like, oh, let me lip sync to a movie line. Let me lip sync to a quote.
And so many people do that on TikTok.
I know. I remember a lot of people did use Dub Smash though.
Oh yeah, because then they posted on
Instagram, but you never would actually go on like Dub Smash to look at content. I don't think, at least.
And we remember Flippagram.
Wait, what was? I remember, but like, was it just
I'm
literally
pretty
flip
sure
a
it
video?
was a slideshow video app.
Oh, I thought it was literally just a flip a photo. Like, couldn't you just use any other app?
No, it was a slideshow. I'm pretty sure. Another one is Ask FM. These are the ones that I kind of remember using.
Ask FM. Isn't that what is that?
It was basically this thing where you'd post the link on Twitter, and people could ask you questions anonymously.
Oh,
and
I did do this.
yeah, and everyone used it because if you were in school, you could use it to like see what the drama is about you. But then if you were like a public figure, you could use it for
Wait, I only
videos.
saw like YouTubers using it, but I didn't even think about that. People in your school actually use it to like find out like, okay, what do you guys actually all think about me? And then people would say like, oh, like I hate your bangs and
Yeah, I don't know like what happened, but I remember people in like school would use it.
oh my gosh, why was it Ask FM? Was it like a radio show?
I don't know, but that's what they called it. Ask.fm.
Okay.
So what did you use it for?
I think I just one time I saw like Gen X Pen use it, so I was like, oh, I want to ask my followers what a question, and then like I did it once and deleted it.
Oh yeah, because I think I used it. I forgot why, but I used it.
Yeah.
Another one is Skype.
Oh yeah. That's
yeah,
still like
we
big,
both
right?
use that.
But I guess now that FaceTime's a thing, maybe not as much.
Also, like, why didn't Skype take over Zoom?
Oh,
Like,
that's what
I
get.
don't get the rise of Zoom. I don't get how Zoom rose so
Maybe
fast.
they don't have good like ways to have multiple participants.
Yeah, like what
But,
was
like,
Zoom
yeah, you
doing
would-
before the quarantine?
I never heard about it, but
Because-
you would just think like, oh yeah, of course, there's a quarantine. You have to use a video thing. You would for sure use Skype. Everyone knows about Skype, but yeah, you're right. Zoom just took the F over.
Yeah, because I just assumed Skype had a feature where you could have a meeting, but does it not?
Maybe it just isn't as good, and Zoom really. But now that is like, do you think like I always like even I wonder if like will meetings always be virtual? I wonder even after all of this.
Oh yeah, I feel like sometimes.
Yeah, because for example, like when I first did YouTube, it was like, oh, fly to New York and LA and like take meetings and stuff. But like nowadays, obviously, you just do meetings on your computer. Like, why would they ever fly someone anywhere if they could just do it over Zoom and it's literally just as good?
I know. I wonder how much is gonna change because like with Watch What Happens Live on Bravo. I I'm just like so since people can't fly to New York, I think that's what it's filmed. Like they just have them on like TVs, and it's fine like that. I honestly like it still, but like it is nicer when they fly there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tumblr. Everyone. I use this.
Oh yeah. I like wanted to be a Tumblr person, but I feel like I never fully got into it because it was like I didn't really get it.
Yeah. Like okay. Honestly, still to this day, I'm still confused about what Tumblr is because when I think about Tumblr, I think of indie people, but then I also think about like famous people like Taylor Swift, Cole Sprouse and stuff, where like they would do these deep posts.
Oh yeah, it was
I
just
didn't
all
hear
about like
about
being
till
like
years later.
emotional and like showing like just like artistic photos, grunge.
And then you do a
people
blog once in a
smoking
while.
cigarettes for artistic reasons. Yeah, and then you would just, but also there was funny things. Like there'd be really funny ones that like get retweeted a bunch.
Yeah. So it was
Wait.
basically just a social media platform where you can just dive into yourself.
Yeah, and it was like really like emotional, like very like teenagery.
Oh, like angst.
Yeah, teenage vibes. But it's still a thing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like because I'm pretty sure like Taylor Swift still likes things on it. I always see
yeah.
like things about that.
That's
on
when
Twitter.
I didn't, I guess I used Tumblr like kind of when I was like 18, 19. But Pinterest is one where I'm like, is it just literally for recipes or what's the point?
Oh, when I use you can like plan your house on it.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you know how people like plan their living room on Pinterest by different people's aesthetics.
Oh, and then you like make different like pin boards, right?
Yeah, like
So I actually get it.
Yeah, because if you wanted to like plan your kitchen, you can like pin a bunch of things on Pinterest, and then when you build your kitchen, you can like show the contractor.
Oh, yeah, that
or
makes
something.
sense.
Yeah, but Tumblr like I still like don't like I still don't like learn about it. You know,
Oh, yeah.
like
It's
what
still,
it fully was.
Are any of you guys still on Tumblr? Like, let us know like what's going on today in
Oh
2021.
yeah, because I only went on it like a few times to be honest.
I actually was on. I like for a year. I was like into it.
Did you ever post things or just look at other people?
I think I just reblogged,
Other people's stuff.
but I did try to make like viral posts, but none of them popped off.
What were they?
Just
Like
like,
a meme?
it was basically just like a tweet. It was just like the same thing as a
Oh.
tweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Another one that was on the thing that I know you used. Justin TV.
Okay, that's now Twitch.
That is not Twitch.
Yeah, it was
I
the
remember you
original
saying that.
Twitch, and I'd always would go live on it when I was like literally 15.
Just after school or something.
It was just like on for fun to go live, but I can't. And that's where like iJustine got big because she would literally live stream her entire life.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I can't believe that's still thriving and now is Twitch.
I know it's crazy. Twitch is so big.
I know.
The next one we just talked about was Pinterest. I used it.
Oh yeah.
I've used
Recipe
it.
vegan life.
Okay, the only reason I used it was because I'd pin recipes and then I'd show our mom and be like, "Oh, can you make this for dinner sometime?"
Even like 6 months ago, I went on Pinterest though, just because I still have the app on my phone. And I like looked at mom's pins and stuff.
Oh yeah, like I know I'd always use Pinterest just to look up food. Another one is Path.
Path?
Okay, this was
PATH?
I feel like only some people know this, but I used it, and I think it was just another type of Instagram.
I've never heard of this.
Wikipedia describes it as a social networking enabled photo sharing and message service for mobile phones. But yeah, it was just like that. That was the logo.
I've never seen this.
Yeah. So okay.
It was literally just to post photos.
So I don't know how I found out about it, but yeah, I used it, and it was just basically it was just Instagram. You'd post a photo, and then you could follow people.
How old were you?
Probably like 12.
Oh,
I don't know why I
funny.
used it. Probably some YouTuber mentioned it or something.
Guys, it kind of has. It feels like it has the same vibes as Shots, which remember Justin Bieber would always promote.
Oh, so was he paid by them or something?
I think he must have been like a part owner or something.
Oh yeah, because I actually made a Shots account because I was like, I mean, what if it does?
Wasn't
get
the
big?
whole vibe like, oh, you can only upload selfies and you cannot do a filter, so like F the fake shit.
Oh yeah, wasn't it just like we're actually gonna be ourselves?
But
somehow?
isn't Shots? It used to be that app that Justin Bieber tried to make happen, but now it's like Shot Studios, right? Is that the same thing that like Lele Pons,
and
Hannah
Amanda
Stocky?
Sony.
Yeah, all of them are like part of like this comedy thing.
Yeah, I don't think those people.
And
own it
Justin
now.
Bieber is still kind of part of it, I think. Because remember,
He
like
is?
when Yummy came out, like Lele Pons made a video, like Shot Studio.
Oh, for real?
You had to like promote it.
That's crazy. So it's still going on.
Yeah, Shots is not backing
Just
down
not
anytime
the
soon.
app now. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
now
like-
it's Shot Studios.
Okay, another one was Beam, Casey Neistat's app. Did you ever hear about this?
Oh, is it the news thing?
No, I think it was like, not like. I'm pretty sure it was like a short video sharing app.
Wait, what? I remember hearing about Beam, but like I don't really.
Yeah, like I remember watching Casey Neistat's videos and he mentioned it, and then
Oh, I thought he
CNN
was
bought it
gonna-
or something.
I thought it was going to be a news platform though.
I know CNN bought it like in the later
Ah.
years. That's one. Did you ever use it?
Never.
I never did either. Musically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now TikTok.
I know that like Musically was an iconic time.
I know what brought about Jacob Sartorius,
Baby Ariel,
Baby Airy.
Lauren Gray, all those people.
Oh yeah, I remember that was when like Rice would make videos like making fun of them. I remember like there was a whole thing of Lauren Gray like her mom was yelling at her while on live or something.
Oh yeah. Okay. the funniest time was when like Ricegum would make like I guess people actually were annoyed because people like got bullied and stuff. But when Ricegum would make videos about these people, and
Oh
then,
yeah,
like,
it wasn't like these kids need to be stopped or something.
yeah, and then there was one where like didn't he almost get sued because he made fun of Travis Barker's kid
Oh yeah.
for posting these photos on Instagram or something.
Yeah, something like that.
The last one that I put down was Periscope.
Oh my, this is still I don't think it's still him. But yeah, the live streaming thing.
Yeah, wasn't it just an app where you live stream, but you do it on your phone most of
But
the
it
time?
was kind of cool because like on Periscope, it was a live streaming app, but then like you could go on the map and then just like scroll anywhere on the US and then look at someone live in that area. So that was like the cool feature.
That's cool.
I know. And then they're the ones who made up the heart thing. Like, you know when like you go live on Instagram and there's all those hearts floating up?
Yeah.
That was on Periscope. So
Wait,
I don't know
for
if they
real?
bought that feature from them or they just straight up copied.
Something else about Periscope that I liked is that when people went live on Periscope, they were somehow they must have had a thing with Twitter because when people went live on Periscope, you could watch it on Twitter.
Oh.
So they must have like been connected to Twitter somehow.
Is it still going on?
I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think it got shut down.
Oh my god, effing Periscope.
It's so crazy how many live streaming services there are.
I know.
So another one that isn't really a social media, but I wanted to know like what exactly is WhatsApp? You know what that is, right?
Oh, isn't that for texting internationally? I think that's the main reason.
Yeah, okay, so for some reason when I think of WhatsApp before I like looked it up today, I just thought of like creepy people because I'm pretty sure it's this app where you can basically have a phone number without having like paying to have a phone number. You know?
I think it's like because like I think it originally was for talking to people internationally.
Yeah, so okay, then I looked it up and for some reason I thought like because I wanted to find stories about WhatsApp that were creepy because I assumed that like I just thought like WhatsApp was where like like creepy people went, and there was like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
I'm kind of mixing
I
it
thought
up
it was
with
like all anonymous and shit.
I'm mixing it up with BBM, BlackBerry Messenger.
Oh, is that like iMessage?
Yeah, I don't get why people used it, but yeah, it was sort of like, you know how on iPhone everyone uses iMessage, but it's just integrated with your text? I'm pretty sure BBM was for, you could talk to other people with Blackberries, but
Exclusive.
you didn't have to pay for anything.
Oh.
So it was like sort of like iMessage where it was like, we can text unlimited, but on BBM.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's what WhatsApp kind of is.
I
So,
know.
yeah, basically you just would sign up and you have to have Wi-Fi to text or call people.
Oh,
But then I
yeah.
learned today, I thought it was going to be like, there'd be creepy stories about it, but basically a lot of people use it for business. And then just like you said, a lot of people use it like overseas and stuff. And like 2 billion people use it. And basically it's a social media platform at this point. Because you can add a status update. And I'm pretty sure there's like stories.
Oh.
But yeah, but for some reason I thought WhatsApp was like where the dark side of the internet was, because I pictured people signing up and like texting random numbers and like trying to scam and shit. But it's owned by Facebook.
Oh, it does
so.
kind of seem scamish. I know why the reason why you think that is because YouTubers and stuff, we always get emails from like these sketchy people saying like, oh, message me on WhatsApp and we'll talk about the brand deal and stuff.
Yeah, that's probably why, because I just for some reason when I hear someone has WhatsApp, it doesn't sound legit.
Yeah, like
to
especially
me,
like
at
a
least.
business.
Yeah, it just sounds like, oh, you just want to like message me and have it like not on record or something.
Or, you know, there's a thing where because I always get these emails saying like, oh, you have a Facebook page that you don't use, like we want to help you monetize your Facebook page and like grow your audience and make all this money. But then apparently you have to be really careful with that. Like there are some legitimate companies who manage people's Facebooks.
Yeah.
But some of them, I guess, they do like these WhatsApp people. They just say like, okay, like you'll make at least $5,000 a month with your following and we'll monetize your whole Facebook and we'll split the money.
Yeah.
And then you give them access to your Facebook and then they just delete you from the Facebook and then they just own it.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, I think it's like a scam where then they would just monetize your Facebook and you just aren't a part of it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because
So-
I feel like that would happen on Facebook, because I feel like you could make so much money on Facebook, like if you target the right audience.
Oh, yeah. Like
Oh
all
my
of a sudden you're like,
gosh.
you don't even know it, but like your Facebook turns into like an anti-masking group.
That'd be so scary, because didn't that happen to someone's YouTube channel where somehow someone took ownership of it?
Oh, yeah,
I
it
think it was
happens-
Megan Wings.
That happens to people's YouTube channels too, yeah, where they give access to someone or somehow someone hacks it, then they just don't give it back.
That's crazy. Like that just doesn't seem like it's possible, but it's happened before.
Oh, beware, guys.
Yeah, but yeah, basically I learned that there's some cool old social media apps, and WhatsApp isn't a scam. It just is if you need to text someone overseas.
Oh my God,
or
from
something.
before when I was like a preteen, there was like Bobo or Bebo was like it was like a British MySpace, I'm pretty sure. So that was kind of cool, Bebo. And then there was Xanga, which was like a blog. It was like the original Tumblr.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So those are the cool ones from my generation.
Was it a website or was it like a downloaded thing?
Oh no, these were all websites. No one had
okay.
smartphones.
Because I'm just thinking about the Messenger thing. That was like a part of the computer.
Oh yeah.
What was that called? Microsoft
MSN?
Messenger? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
that was a blast to the past, guys.
Thank you guys for coming along on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe, and we hope you guys have a great day.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.